Bill McIntosh teaches AI non-stop. Success is his game, marketing's his fame. McIntosh, the marketing ace, follow his lead to the winning place. With AI and a clever spin, join him now. Learn to do, you'll make your fortune today.
Hey, welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here, and we have some awesome stuff in store for you. So as you know, I'm Bill McIntosh. I'm the host of the show, and my mission really is to help you build, grow, and expand your business online. And I focus on cutting edge technology like the revolution that's occurring in AI at the moment, cutting edge strategies, tactics, and things that are the newest, latest, greatest ways to build, start, and grow businesses. So that's the whole point of today's show. And it is now my mission in life to help as many entrepreneurs as possible to do what I've done. And over the years, I've been able to generate over $100 million in revenue with my various businesses. And now I want to take that hard-won knowledge and experience and share it with you. So that is the point of the show and the channel. We do this every Wednesday right here on YouTube. And you'll see down below, by the way, if this sounds like something that you would like to hear more about and you would like to get more content of this kind, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And you'll see again down below, there should be a subscribe link down there. Give it a little gentle massage that subscribe button, and join the channel so that you can be here every Wednesday. And then all throughout the week, we drop additional training and help through the channel. And we're just started this a short time ago, and we're busy growing the channel to make it bigger and bigger. So I would hope that you join me and be part of the experience here with us on YouTube. And I see a lot of familiar faces in the audiences, lots of hellos out there. So I'm glad you joined us. And before we dive into today's content, which by the way, I'll give you a little sneak peek. We're going to be talking about 3 things today that are incredibly powerful that I want to release. One of them is a brand new feature that Facebook is literally rolling out. In fact, it's so new that they're rolling it out. Some accounts have it, some accounts don't. I'm going to show you what this is. It's something I have been waiting for years. I've been waiting for years for this feature because I knew how much money it was going to make my businesses. It's nuts. I'll show you that feature. I'll show you step by step how to use this new feature in Facebook ads combined with some other tools and strategies. And you could literally build an entire business off the back of this one feature in Facebook ads. It's quite something. So we're going to be covering that. Plus, I have a case study for you. We're going to show you how one person is doing $4 million a year, spending 30 minutes a day with his own newsletter. So we're going to break down the case study. I'll show you how he did it and how you can adopt some of his strategies. It's like the ultimate freedom and lifestyle business that we're all looking for, right? 30 minutes a day is what he put in and came out the other side with a $4 million a year business. And then finally, we'll wrap it up today and during the show with the final segment, which is going to be on excuse me, getting too excited here. So we're going to do this. I'm going to power up with my content juice here. I'm much better on the show when I'm caffeinated. So there we go. But we're going to be covering in our final and third segment at the end of the show, how you spy on your competition and make money at it. So we're going to show you an example of that. I'll walk you through how you do the spying, what you're spying for, and how do you leverage that into money for your online business. And then, of course, the show is sponsored by my company, Push Button AI. I'm the founder of Push Button AI, and it is, well, I'm a little biased, but I believe it is the most powerful use of AI to build a business online, period. In fact, using Push Button AI, you can answer a couple of questions, push a button, and it would literally build a business. So I know there are tons of tools that will like write articles, other tools that will help you make images, and all these different separate things. What it does is it pulls it all together and it creates your logo. It finds an amazing domain name and registers it. It sets up your website. It creates videos. It creates audios. It creates content for your blog. It creates your social media posts, your email marketing campaigns. It even creates the product that you can sell for you as well, all unique to you based on your answers and what you need with the business. It literally builds a business, launches it, puts it on the web, and hands it to you. Nothing like this has ever been available before, and that's Push Button AI. And so during today's show, if you're curious about Push Button AI, you can always check it out. We have, you can do a demo over there where they'll show you, they'll get on live, they'll show you one-on-one how Push Button AI can help you build or grow your business, and then see if it's a good fit for you to join us in our early access program, because it's not for sale to the public. It's by invite only in our early access program. And so you can find out more about that by going to pushbutton.ai/demo. Now, I see a bunch of customers in the chat, and I'm curious, anybody here a Push Button AI customer? Do you want to share with the audience? Maybe tell them a little bit about your experience with Push Button AI. Hopefully you got some really good value out of it and it made something simple. So whether you want to talk about how our support and how we help you all the way through the process of building and launching your business, or maybe you want to talk about the courses or materials that the thing built for you. But I'm hopeful that some of the Push Button AI customers out there can share a little bit about how Push Button AI helped them. And then we're going to get into today's segment. And then, of course, by the way, I do Q&A. So we'll do on-topic Q&A in each segment. So I do a segment of training, we do on-topic Q&A, and then at the end, we kick it open so you can ask me anything I can do to help you, any advice I can give you, critique I can do, whatever you need. I can pull up your website, maybe critique some copy or strategy or whatever you need. I am here to help you, and we're going to do that at the end of the broadcast. There we go. Cool. Sharp says that's a giant cup of coffee. Yeah, it kind of is. This is my favorite cup. I had another one exactly like it, and it accidentally got broken, and we had to hunt on eBay for it. Anybody know where it comes from? Can you just take a look? Who knows where that cup comes from? It's a special cup. Well, there we go. And oh, here we go. There's some feedback from some of the customers here. So Linda says, just getting started, and my mind exploded, doing a one-on-one coaching training tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. Cool. Thank you for that. And here's another one from Joan. Great coaching Jay's getting some shout outs today. So Jay's coaching students. We do offer one-on-one coaching to our customers of Push Button AI. It's one of the things that we do to help you grow and get your business launched. So good to see that Jay's getting some good shout outs there. Awesome. And let me see here. Cool. Awesome. Cool. Just checking. We've got quite a packed show today. And a good audience here. So thank you, everybody. There we go. Here's one from Blake. Product is well named. It is indeed Push Button. So thank you, Blake. All right. So anyway, we'll get back to the presentation and the program that we're going to be doing today. But again, last little plug for that. If you are interested in using AI to make business building Push Button simple, then go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo. And that's where you can, there we go. That's where you can learn more about the program. And so let's get into today's training. So I'll hide that little stinger. We'll go back to the comments over here. And good deal. All right. Here we go. Just get my little teleprompter ready. And by the way, for the live audience, if you haven't been with me during one of our live shows, I'm recording this. Each segment is going to be a standalone training that we edit down, release transcripts for, and turn into training sessions. So we're recording this. So you might hear me in the middle of our live show. I might make a note for our editors. I might stop and do a retake and whatever. So just so you know, we're recording this so that we can reuse this content in other places in our businesses. So if you hear me stopping and making notes for the editor, now you know what is going on. Okay. All right. So here we go with our first segment. And this is the one I'm super excited about. I cannot wait to get my hands on this and start getting going. It just came out. So here we go. Facebook is rolling out a game-changing new feature where you can do something with ads you could never do before. And I'm going to show you in this video how you can create an entire business with this one Facebook ads feature. Now, if you've already got an existing business, you'll be able to use this feature to grow, expand, drive traffic, and make sales in your existing business. But if you're brand new and you don't yet have a business, well, you'll be able to build one with the strategy I'm about to share with you in this video right here. So let's get into it. Now, Meta, also known as Facebook, just released this game-changing Facebook ads feature. And this, again, is something I've been waiting for years. And this new feature, it unlocks the door to scaling fast. And in this video, I'll be showing you how you can use this new feature to grow a very profitable email list and an entire business super fast. So what is this new feature? Well, you can now run a Facebook ad campaign in a way you never could before. You can run it directly to promote and grow a Facebook group. So you can actually run a Facebook ad that goes directly into creating group members. Now, if you haven't done Facebook group marketing, you might be wondering, what is the power in that? And let me tell you, it is lucrative, meaning lots and lots and lots of money. And you'll see why as we go through the training. I'll explain why this is such a powerful feature and something, again, I've been waiting for years. Okay. Now, in order to grow a group, you used to have to go through all kinds of other different strategies. In fact, I knew people that grew giant groups and made millions of dollars, and they would run a Facebook ad. And then the Facebook ad, you'd have to click and go off of Facebook to somebody's website, sign up on their mailing list, and then go back to Facebook to join their group. It was very clunky and very inefficient. Yet they were able to build multi-million-dollar businesses like that. And now it is so much easier at the click of an ad. Like you could run an ad, an inexpensive Facebook ad. You do not have to spend a lot of money. Run that ad, and every click goes right into building your group. Now, if you don't know why groups are so powerful, let me get into that just a little bit to give you a highlight. Now, in a Facebook group, your posts in there tend to surface, is what Facebook or Meta calls it, which means show up to your audience in a much higher rate. Like if you just post to a Facebook page or a Facebook profile, they don't really show your stuff very much. This is something that Facebook has gotten worse and worse over the years. They don't give it much distribution. Not a lot of people see it. But when you post into a group, especially an active group, it gets shown to far more people. So you've got this captive audience. Now, the other thing that you might not know, but you can build an email list from a group. And I'm going to be showing you step by step how to do that. There's some special tools that you need to use and some special strategies that I'll be showing you. And then once you've done that, every person who joins your group ends up on your subscriber list. So they become a lead. So for any kind of a business, you can create a Facebook group, even for a local business, a chiropractor, for example. If you wanted to create a Facebook group about health and about, being healthy and able and pain-free, then you could make a group for your local area, use this feature to fill it up with customers, and you have a captive audience to promote your chiropractic business to that captive audience. And you captured their information and they're subscribed to your newsletter, your email newsletter. That's one example of how you could use this. The other thing is, let's say you're selling an e-commerce product. The same thing. You can have a group centered around the unique problem or benefit that that product gives the buyer. Same thing for digital courses. Let's say you want to sell a digital course, or you want to sell anything you can think of that you want to sell online. You can promote it with a Facebook group and this captive audience. Now, email subscribers, that's the other thing. You can build an entire business just based on the group and the email list alone. You can become an affiliate promoting affiliate offers where you get commission to that new email list that you're building and to your Facebook group, because it's your Facebook group. You can push affiliate links to your group. It isn't like you're spamming someone else's group. It's your group. You own it. You're the admin. So now you can push affiliate ads to that group and promote offers where you get paid commission, and you don't have to sell anything of your own product. So we're going to break this down into detail. I'll show you how you do this. I'll show you how to use this new Facebook ads feature. And then we'll talk about how you make the most money possible with this feature as well. So let's dive into it. So first up, I want to show you in Facebook itself. Let me just do get a little slideshow going I have. I want to show you how this works. So inside Facebook, if you're not familiar with Facebook ads, you have to set up a Facebook ads account. So we're not going to show you how to do that today. But if you need help with that, let me know in the chat. And maybe that's something we can cover in a future session. So I'm going to assume that you know how to create a Facebook ads account, which here with the live audience, here we'll do a little note for editor. This little section will cut out. So amongst you here with the live audience, who here doesn't know how to create a Facebook ads account? Anybody need help creating a Facebook ads account here with the live audience? I want to know, let me know in the chat if you're someone who hasn't yet run Facebook ads and you don't even have a Facebook ads account. I'm curious who needs that kind of help, because I can provide it. We won't do it today, but we can queue it up for our next training session if you need it. Okay, I see a few you do. Okay, okay, more and more answers. Okay, so producer Nick, who's lurking off mic, looks like that might be something we could do, is how to set up a Facebook ads account for a future training session.
Sure, I'll put that in my big notepad.
Awesome. All right, cool. So if you don't yet have your Facebook ads account, you're a little bit nervous about setting one up, don't worry, we got you covered. So we'll do that in a future session. But for today's lesson, we're going to assume you have a Facebook ads account, and then you can come back and rewatch this video once you have that set up. So here, we'll go back to the training. So note for editor, you can pick it up from here. Okay, so once you have a Facebook ads account set up, you're going to do a new campaign. Okay, and when you run ads in Facebook, you have several different kinds of campaigns that you can run. And a campaign is sort of like the big placeholder for all the stuff that goes in it. You have a campaign, and then in there, you put your ads, you put your targeting and other things. It's sort of like the big house that holds all the different parts of your advertising campaign. And so when you create a campaign, you first have to choose what kind. And you'll see here you have awareness, which I don't recommend. There's only some very specific reasons why you'd want that. For most people, you don't want awareness. You can have traffic, you can have engagement, leads, app promotion, and sales. Okay. So for the purposes of this new Facebook group feature, you must select engagement. So you want to select an engagement campaign when you first get started. Then the next step is what's called the ad set. Okay. And the ad set is where you put your targeting in. So you've created the campaign, and then inside the campaign, it's just a little wizard. You just keep going next step through the wizard, just follow Facebook's instructions. And then the next step is to create your ad set. And when you do that, you'll see this right here. Okay. Now, Facebook is a little weird. I want to tell you, some people see a different interface. But right now, a lot of people see this. Okay, so Facebook is always testing different user interfaces. But right now, this is what it looks like. And what you want to do is first, right here where it says conversion location, this meaning like when is the action? The conversion is basically the action you want people to take from your ad. And so you want to select, it's a drop-down menu. You want to select on your ad. Okay, that's important. You must select that. That's the first step. Next, you'll have an option here. It's called engagement type. So you see this little drop-down menu. You want to select group joins, and this will only appear and only become available if you select on your ad up here above. So you select on your ad for conversion location, and then group joins will become available. Okay. And what this is doing is we're going to run an ad that's a specific purpose is to get people to join your Facebook group. Okay. Then you want to make sure that you select which Facebook page you want to run the ad from. It's again a little drop down here. That's important. Make sure the identity is a Facebook page. Then the final one, the destination, you select your Facebook group. Okay. So now if we launch this ad, this would actually promote an ad that upon click, see that you can see the little example over here in the middle. If they click join group, they're going to go right into your join group process. Okay. Now, if you've ever joined a Facebook group, you're going to know that you can set them up to have a questionnaire. So when you go create a brand new group, you can go in and tell Facebook that you want to ask a set of questions every time someone joins your Facebook group. So you can have a thing where you tell them to make sure they agree to your terms and conditions. If you have rules for your group, if you want to do that, that's optional. You can ask them questions. So if you're doing this for lead generation, you might want to ask important questions about, what they're trying to solve with, chiropractic, right? If we use that chiropractor example. If you're doing a training guide, let's say I'm doing a dog training guide, you could say, what are the behavioral problems you're having with your dog, right? So you can ask questions and it's very easy to set up. What I'll do is, again, on a future session, if there's enough demand for it, we can do a session about how to set up and run groups. Okay. So we can get into more detail about Facebook groups on a future training video. But basically when you create that, you can create a questionnaire. And one of the questions that you can ask is, what's your email address? So in order to join the group, they have to answer the questionnaire and they have to tell you what their email address is. They can't request to join the group unless they provide it. And then when they hit submit, we're going to run a special little piece of software, which I'm going to show you in a second, that is going to capture all that information and it will stick it into your email service. So maybe you have a customer relationship management tool like that, where you can manage all of your contacts and do your sales activity. You can stick them in there. Or maybe you want to have an email newsletter where you're going to be emailing your subscribers offers and content and stuff. You can put them over there. The software will automatically grab every person that tries to apply to your group and then put them into the tool that you want, where you can then do more marketing to them. It's really, really, really valuable. So the next thing that happens is they're now a member of your group. And every time you post into that group, a large amount of your group members see those posts. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make a group and we're going to be posting content. Now, don't worry, I'm going to show you an easy way to put content into a Facebook group, and it leverages AI. So we're going to use ChatGPT and a little old-fashioned research to fill up our group with lots and lots of content that our group members are going to find very, very valuable. So we're going to cram it full of good content to keep them engaged, keep them active, keep them working in the group. And then we're going to start pushing our offers to the group as well. And they're just very simple posts where you can literally just say, hey, we have 3 openings today for our, in our office. Click here to go book your appointment, right? Or it could be click here to go buy this affiliate product, or click here to go buy my product, right? You can drop your own promotions. Most groups, if they belong to other people, they have rules where you can't promote your stuff. But when you own the group, you're the admin of the group, you can promote anything you would like. The other thing that's kind of cool here is that if you're promoting stuff in your group, it's separate from your Facebook ads. So if you've ever had Facebook ads and you've had trouble getting your ads approved because they didn't like your product, or they didn't like what you said in your ad, or they didn't like your website, Facebook is notorious for being very, very picky about what you can promote with your ads. So think about this for a moment. If you've ever run into trouble with Facebook ads, and this is one of the reasons I really, really like this, is that I can now run ads to a group. I don't have to promote. I don't have to make bold, big claims. I don't have to do anything that Facebook might potentially not like. It's really simple. I got a group, I fill it full of value, I help all the group members, and I run ads to it. Simple. It's so much easier than trying to promote an offer off Facebook or promote products that way. So those of you who might have struggled with ad approvals and other issues like that with Facebook, this, I guess I'll call it a loophole because it really kind of is. So you can now run ads to the group, and then in the group is where you can do your promoting of the products and services. And then you don't have the Facebook police looking at every word you say when you're doing that. Okay. So I'm not advocating that you break Facebook's rules, by the way. That's not what I'm trying to communicate, but it does shift your sales and marketing message away from your ads and moves them into the group. So it becomes like a two-step process. And then you also have them on your email list where you can follow up over and over and over again. And as we all know, email marketing is where it's at. Even though email is a tool that's very old in terms of the internet, it is my number one money-making channel. More than half of the income in my businesses come from my email lists. So email is an incredibly profitable channel for you to use. And now you're getting the best of both worlds. You've got them a captive in your Facebook group, and you've now collected their email address. So let's get to the tool that you need to collect the email address. And producer Nick, can you pop that link into the chat? We have an affiliate link, just full disclosure. The link we're about to share is an affiliate link. And so if you would like to get the tool, this is not my product. It's a product. I did a little review, looked for what I thought was the best product that that we could put out there. And the link is pushbutton.ai/FB groups. Pushbutton.ai/FB groups. And so that's our affiliate link. The channel will be rewarded with a little, little bitty commission. No one's going to get rich off of it, but it will help support the channel. So I can use that for to help with our video editors, producers, all the team that is involved in making this channel good. We can use that to make the channel better and better and better when you use our affiliate links. So there you go. It's pushbutton.ai/FB groups. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you, let me just pull it up on screen. I'll show you the tool and we'll talk a little bit more about it. So let's see where, oh, I didn't share. There we go. Okay. And so that affiliate link that I'm giving out there is for this tool here called Group Kit. Okay. And you can try it out, 14-day free trial. Use our affiliate link. You can get in. You don't have to spend a dime to be able to play around with this strategy. You can run your Facebook ads. You can literally have a budget. You could spend $5 a day. Obviously, the more you spend, the faster you're going to get results. But you could throw up a cheap, inexpensive Facebook ad, start running ads to your group, and you got 14 days free to try it out and see how this all works out. Okay. So as you can see here, this tool is pretty cool. It collects the email addresses of the members. It tracks and manages every member of the group. You can also do retargeting to run ads back to your group member. And it's pretty simple. So you set it up, you select your email service that you're going to be using, and then you watch the sales flow in, as they say. Okay. So I think this is a pretty cool tool. I like it. There's a couple different tools available, but this is the one that I think is probably going to be the best and the simplest for this technique. So you're going to need that. And again, you can go to pushbutton.ai/FB groups to get that tool and be able to use this method. So now let's talk about, you've got your group set up, you've got your ad set up, and you're pushing members into this new group. Okay. More and more members coming into the new group. And this is such a brand new thing that was just released. So I don't even have track record yet to tell you how much it's costing me to get group members. So we're doing case studies now. We're running this now to our own business, and I'll be able to come back in one of our future videos and give you a full breakdown of what it's costing us to get group members. But at this point, I believe you're going to be able to get group members really, really cheaply. So this is sort of like the gold golden days of Facebook ads. Back in the day, you used to be able to get leads and traffic really, really inexpensively. Facebook has gotten more and more and more expensive. And so I think that this new feature, this new tool is going to enable us to get subscribers really, really cheaply. So I would like you to report back to me also and let me know when you run these ads, what kind of results that you get. How much are you getting subscribers for, or group members for? Okay. So now that you've got the group growing, you're going to need to engage them. Okay. You've got to keep your group engaged. You can't just let it be a ghost town where you just drive group members in and they just go in there and sit and do nothing and you hear crickets, right? I need the cricket sound effect if I had sound effects. But you'd have the chirping cricket in the background and the tumbleweeds blowing through your group, right? You don't want that. So how do you fix that? Well, you simply post content into the group. And don't worry, you don't have to write it. So what I recommend is that you should just follow, you can subscribe to some email newsletters in your niche market. You can follow the news, follow different blog posts in your niche market, and just be on the lookout for new news and new information. And all you have to do is go to ChatGPT and say, hey, write me an article about this new, let's say you go to a blog post and it's all about how to train your dog not to bark in your house. Okay. Well, you just take that link, you ask ChatGPT to write a little mini article about it. You take the little mini article and then you take the link that points off to somebody else's site. That's totally fine. All we want is engagement. And you just go and you just post it to your group. And then you ask them to comment. Let me know your thoughts on this. Give me some feedback. Is there a better way to do this? And that's it. I'll show you how simple it is. So let's do it right now. Here, I'm going to open up a new tab on my browser. Give me just a second. And we're going to go over to Google. And so we're over here at Google. And let's just do stop your dog from barking blog post. Okay. So here's one from the Humane Society. So there's a variety of things we can do here. If you wanted to make sure it was up-to-date new stuff, you can come over here and click tools and see where it says anytime. You can just say we want from the past week. If we want just new information. Okay. Here's one from Pet Zone, how to stop your dog from barking at strangers. So we can go over here. Let's visit the article. Looks pretty good. So we can take that link and then we're going to go to ChatGPT and say, please follow this link and write me a Facebook group post that summarizes the information, provides value, and links to the article. Here's the URL. And let's submit. Now you will have to be on ChatGPT 4. If you can see here, I've got ChatGPT 4 selected. And every once in a while, it is going to have a hard time following links, but usually it will work fine. And there we go. It's visiting the website right now. You can see there. And it's going to create our post for us. There we go. So now all I have to do is copy and paste. It's even doing like, emojis, and it's following the Facebook group kind of format of what people are used to seeing. And there you go. Pretty cool. So now we can come in and we can just highlight all of this. Copy. And then we can head over to Facebook and post it into the group. It's really that simple. You can also go to ChatGPT and ask it just to create content without following a link. If you just have your own idea you would like it to write about, you could ask it to come up with polls for you. You can ask it to come up with all kinds of stuff that you can post into the group just to keep the group moving, keep the group engaged. And then you always also want to make sure you ask the group members to engage with the community, provide feedback. They'll also do their own posts, and that helps keep the group going, keep it alive. And that helps quite a lot. So then when it's time for you to promote, you just drop in and you make a post promoting your stuff, whether that is, again, of an affiliate link of a product that you don't own that you can get a commission for, whether it's an e-commerce product you'd like to sell. If it's maybe you want to promote the Amazon affiliate program, you could promote stuff for, and get commission from Amazon. Or you can promote your very own business and anything you could think of to promote your own business. So this is incredibly powerful. I'm going to be using this in conjunction with building my email newsletter. So we're going to be using this as a potential strategy to build our own email newsletter that we use to promote and make money online. Because for me, when I have an email list, I generally make about $1 per subscriber per month off of that mailing list. And that holds pretty true in most markets. And so let's say it costs me 50 cents to get a new group member from Facebook. Well, now, if I can maintain that and produce $1 a month, month one, I'm profitable, right? Even if I don't, if all I do is try to build my newsletter and run my newsletter, I am going to make 50 cents profit. I'll pay for the cost of getting the subscriber and make 50 cents in profit month one. Then month after month after month from then on out, I'm making profit from that subscriber. And I put all that money right in my pocket. Okay. So this is something that I think is going to be a complete game changer for you. There's so many different strategies on running and maintaining groups. And what I would like to do is we'll break off and do some separate training videos on a couple of things to help those of you with this strategy. If Facebook groups are new to you and you're not familiar with them, or Facebook ads are new and you're not quite comfortable creating your first ads account, we'll do additional training on the channel to make sure that you are covered and you'll know exactly what to do. So be sure you subscribe. Look down below. You'll see a subscribe link. Click on it, and you'll be able to subscribe to the channel, and we'll notify you when it's time for that new content, when we post that new content. Or you can join me on my live shows as well. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And if this content was useful, give the like button a tickle, right? Just tickle the like button just enough to color it and like the video. So there you go. Like the video, subscribe, and we'll be doing a lot more information like this on the channel. And one of the things I want to mention to wrapping up here is that if you don't have a business model, let's say you don't have anything to sell yet, well, I want to remind you that Push Button AI is the perfect solution. If you don't yet have a business online, get into Push Button AI because it will build you one. It'll give you a money-making business that you can run and produce profit, and the AI builds all of it for you. So I'll remind you again, you can go to pushbutton.ai/demo to get your own one-on-one demonstration. You'll be able to sit with somebody live, learn how you can use this tool to build your own business, and watch it. We'll show you on screen how it works in a live environment, and you can find out how you could use this to build your first business. So I think you can take the Push Button AI business that it builds for you and use this new Facebook ad strategy to drive sales to your new Push Button AI business. And that's my recommendation. So again, if you haven't yet seen Push Button AI, head on over there, pushbutton.ai/demo. Sign up, schedule, book yourself a demo. I know slots fill up quickly, so head on over there and check it out. And so what we'll do now is here with the live audience is we'll do some Q&A. So producer Nick, if you could come on mic, and let's do some on-topic Q&A. So if you guys have commentary about this training I just did, if you've got some questions, let's nail that right now. We'll cover all the questions you've got in relation to this topic right here, right now. Reminder, we'll do open questions at the end. So after I finish my training segments, we'll go open questions where you can ask me anything. But now let's keep it on topic.
All right. So we have a question that asks, is a group better than a page?
Yes. And technically you'll have both. You'll make a page and the group will be kind of set up under your page that's the way I like to do it. Like if you look at, here, let me see if I can bring it up. 1 second. So what I'm going to do is just quickly get, there it is. So you'll notice here, let me share the screen. I try to stay out of Facebook, but you guys make me come in here. So, so Facebook is such a place to get distracted. And so I try to stay out of it. But here we are in Facebook, and you can see here that, for example, I have a group here called Profit Platform. Okay. So we have our Profit Platform page, which is this right here. Right. So if we go to there, this is the Profit Platform page itself. Not a lot happening here. It's pretty empty, but it's a page. And then under that page, we have the Profit Platform group. And if we click on it, you can see there we are. There's our Profit Platform group. And there's my smiling Santa face. So that's usually how we set them up. All right, what else we got?
All right, we had a few people, multiple people had problems getting banned or restricted or having problems with their accounts from Facebook. And I think some people were asking about, can we talk about trying to remedy that, or how do you approach that? What can you do about that?
Sure. Did we ever do a segment on that? I kind of feel like we might have, but I don't remember.
We've talked about it, but we have not produced a segment on that.
Maybe we should. Boy, we're getting all kinds of segment ideas today. So, yes. So basically, how do I want to say this? So I'm not advocating that you break Facebook's rules, but here's the procedure that what I do. First, if I've been banned from Facebook ads, and don't feel bad if you have, because I've been banned multiple times, and that's not doing anything wrong at all. You can get your account banned. You actually have an AI who to me is not a very good AI, but I've seen it ban like local businesses. I've seen it ban bowling alleys. I've seen it ban health businesses. There's all kinds of things that it will just automatically, it's like just a robot, the robot sheriff, I call it, goes around just shooting everyone. And then whether you get your account banned, and then you're not able to run ads. So what you do is you go through the appeals process, and they will tell you at some point, they'll either give you your account back, or they're going to tell you, that's it. You're banned for life. No more appeals. And you just keep appealing anyway. You keep communicating. You keep appealing. You always be cheerful. You always be friendly. You always try to tell them you're trying to be a good member of the Facebook community. Don't ever get angry, even though you might want to punch your screen. Don't say that to Facebook. Continue to appeal. Continue to communicate. Okay. I've seen people get their accounts back months later after dozens of back and forth communication. So that's the first thing. Don't quit. Stay on them. Second thing, if you eventually come to a point where it's like, okay, I'm not getting that account back, realize that's not your only avenue. Okay. There's no reason that you can't set up a new page or a new ad account or a new business manager. Like there's a business manager that can get banned. The page can get banned. You as a person can get banned. There's all these different ways that a Facebook ads account can get banned. And most of the time you can make another one. Now, if you personally have been banned from Facebook ads, well, do you have a business partner? They can run ads. Do you have a spouse or significant other or family member? Well, they can run ads. You just make sure you make them an administrator of your business inside the Facebook settings, and that you can have them place the ads. Okay. So also, if they ban an ads account, there's no reason you can't make another one. Okay. That does not break Facebook's rules. Now, depending upon, sometimes they'll restrict it where you can only make a maximum of 3 new accounts. There are different, and it's different for everyone. But don't give up. That's not you and your own personal ad account, or that one business manager, or that one ad account is not the end of the road. You can make more, and you have other ways that you can get ads running in Facebook. So that's and I'm not saying to do anything that breaks Facebook rules when I tell you that. Those are all like legitimate within the guidelines ways to keep running ads. Now, make sure, I'll say this first. I should have said this first. Make sure you actually read Facebook's ad policies and that you follow them. Okay. That's important. because it won't matter how many times you make new ad accounts if you keep breaking the policies. So if you're accidentally doing anything that is against Facebook rules, you want to fix it before you go back and try again. All right. Okay. Next question.
Right. So someone, while we were showing the Google Slides with the screenshots, it looks like we went a little bit fast for some people, and some people were asking if we could go back and look at that again real quick, because they wanted to see how you do, what exactly you're doing to set up this new ad.
Oh, so not Google, you mean Facebook?
Yeah, the Google Slides, because we put the screenshots in the slide. That's what I meant.
Okay, so
specifically steps 3 and 4.
Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so we'll run through them again real quick. Step 1, create an engagement campaign. That's step 1. Step 2, under conversion location, select on your ad. And by the way, this video will be here. So after the live stream is done, you can come back and rewind and rewatch this. So you're not, don't worry, come back, watch the video again, and you'll be able to, just fast forward to this part and watch it again. But you want on your ad. Then from the drop down, the engagement type drop down that you see here, you want to select group joins. Okay. Now remember, this is a brand new feature that is so new that it's rolling out right now, and it's not available in every account. So if you don't see this in your account, you might see something that looks slightly different, and you may not have this feature yet. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Okay. Step 4, you want to select the page that goes with, the ad and with the group. Okay. Remember, I showed you how we had a page and we also had a group. So we select the page here under identity, and then we select the group under destination. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. And of course, you can, again, just rewatch the video, rewind it back, and you can see it again next time. All right. What other questions we got?
Gino wants to know, can you run this from your personal Facebook page, or does it have to be from a business page?
I don't think you can do it from a personal profile. I mean, I haven't tried, so I can't tell you definitively that that's true. I don't think you can do it from a personal profile. I think you need to have a business page, which is so easy to do. It takes like 2 minutes. It's super easy to create a business page. So, and then that keeps it separated from you as your own personal profile. I even have a business page for my brand. Like there's a Bill McIntosh business page that I have on Facebook that's separate from my personal profile. So I recommend you do a business page, but you might be able to get away with it with the profile. I just don't know. All right. What else?
Kim wants to know, how are you supposed to get members to your group?
That's what I just showed you, right? So that Facebook ad is what gives you members. So the Facebook ad that I showed you how to make, it fills your group up for you. Like that's the thing that's like groundbreaking, right? That's the thing you could never do before. As silly as that sounds, you would think that they would let you make Facebook ads that will fill your group, but they never have until now. This is so brand new. Okay. Next up, and then we're going to wrap up questions on this topic here in just a moment. So we'll move on to the next segment here in just a minute. I got lots more great training to deliver. So we'll be getting on to the next segment in a moment. So last call for questions on this topic. All right. What's next?
So this is, for context, this is when you were talking about how you can expect to make about $1 per list member per month.
Yes.
And yeah, so Kagi was saying, how do you make the money each month?
So that depends on what you're doing with your business, right? So if you have a traditional newsletter, you can make money with advertising. Perhaps you could make money with affiliate marketing if you're an affiliate marketer. For me personally, I have a combination of things. So I do affiliate marketing where I promote other people's products and services, and then I get paid a commission. But I also will promote my own products and services. And so that's how we are currently monetizing our list, is a combination of affiliate marketing and promoting my own products. But really, the sky is the limit. You can add this strategy onto any business and drive sales for it. What's next?
All right. So this is from DE Productions. And they say, doesn't Facebook try to block you from getting people's email addresses?
Nope.
All right. Here's a Jones.
Yeah.
Okay. Jones says, I have a small Facebook group for osteoarthritis. How do I get the existing members' email addresses? Do I offer a free ebook?
Well, with so this is what I showed you today is not really a strategy for existing group members. It's all about getting new group members and getting their email address. So to get existing group members' addresses, you'd have to just promote a traditional like opt-in page and do, like you said, give away a free report or something. But that's different and separate from what I taught today. Today is something very specific about getting new group members and their email addresses.
All right. So Kim says, what kind of ads to get people to your group?
The exact ads I showed how to make in this segment. So just rewind and rewatch. I show you how to make them. They're a very specific kind of ad that has never been available before. And it's an engagement ad to your group. So just after the show's over, rewind back to this point and you can rewatch that. Yeah.
I think she meant like in terms of creative, like are you running a video or a carousel or what are you doing on that front?
Oh, got it. Yeah. So, well, that's the other beauty. We're going to be showing some more Facebook ads in just a minute on another segment. But yeah, you run image ads where you just basically say, would you like to solve whatever problem they're trying to solve? Then join our group for tips and information about solving your problem, right? Whatever that problem that your audience might have. Or whatever goal they might want to achieve. So it's really simple copy. And you just say, join my group for tips and information and help about X, or join my group to find out how to solve this problem. The image is something you can even get AI to create an image for you. And I've done training on the channel about how to do that. So in fact, do we have a link, Nick, to the training we did about how to make ads we have images and video ad training on the channel, I know.
Yeah, let me drop that in there. Okay,
cool. So yeah, you can refer back to the previous training on either video ads or on making image ads using AI. And the call to action in your ads are quite simple. Again, it's just, join my group to get X, right? To solve X, to get X. And you're set. All right, cool. So are we wrapped up with questions on this topic?
We have a few more.
Okay, let's all bang them out rapid fire. Let's go.
Okay, can you have multiple Facebook groups?
Yes.
Great. Where do you go to appeal when we were talking about banned accounts?
So if you search Google, you'll find some links. There's in the Help and Knowledge Center, there's actually a link in there about where you can go to appeal and where you can go to get general support. You can also try replying to the emails that they send you when they communicate with you. That often works, even though sometimes I've seen where it says no reply, and then I reply and they answer me. So next.
All right. I think we have one more.
Yep.
Can you do a session on how to set up Facebook ads?
Yes, we will do a beginner, like getting started with Facebook ads training. We will absolutely do that. In fact, I'll probably do it next week. and it'll cover from the beginning of setting up your ad account, placing your first ad, and I'll cover that more in depth. And I think we'll also do a training on groups. If you guys would like some training on how to run and manage a group, we can do that too.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for sitting through that one. We'll be covering the next segment, which, let's see, what is the next segment? Let me get my materials up here. So stand by while I get my prompter ready and go to the next segment here. There we go. So people were talking about how to make money with email. So this is perfect for that. So the next segment, just to give you a little heads up, we're going to do a quick commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to be talking about how you can start your own email newsletter. And I have a case study of somebody who did their own newsletter. They spent literally 30 minutes a day. That's nothing. And they built a $4 million a year business. So we're going to break it all down. I'll show you how they did it. And you'll see how you can implement these strategies yourself. And before we do that, we'll do a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had push-button AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using push-button AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This push-button AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
All right. And I think YouTube is now showing ads as well. So YouTube ads are now on their way out. I think YouTube is out. So those of you who are not seeing an ad, a bunch of people are getting pushed ads from YouTube. So yeah, YouTube also is taking a commercial break, and then we're going to get started with the next segment here in just a moment. We'll give a moment for everybody to finish seeing all the ads and all the stuff. Of course, if you're a YouTube Premium member, you'll never see an ad, and sometimes YouTube just doesn't show the ads, but YouTube is also popping out a quick ad break. I'm going to power up with some more caffeinated content, and then we're going to get started here in a minute. Which pretty good audience here today. So I want to really thank everybody who tuned in to the show today and remind you that if you'd like to tune in next week, make sure you subscribe. You'll see that subscribe link down below. We started this channel a few months back and been trying to grow it here. So growing at a pretty good pace, but got a long way to go. So give us a subscribe and help us grow the channel. And then we'll be giving you lots of awesome content like this every single week. And on that, we're going to now do the next segment. All right. All right. So here we go. Oops, I got to get my screen ready over here. And we'll get rocking. All right. And thanks everybody for your ad intelligence reports. I love hearing what ads you get, by the way. If you're wondering why people in the comments are telling us what ads they got. We do these ad break experiments where I like to see what kind of ads they're targeting you with. So we see if they're on topic or off targeted or what's happening with them. So thanks for everybody who's reporting back what ads you saw. That helps me a lot, actually. It's an interesting insight into the YouTube algorithm when we can see what kind of ads everybody's getting. So that's pretty darn awesome. Okay, so we're going to do our next segment, and I'm going to get it rolling here. Okay, here we go. If you've been following the channel for very long, then you know I'm a big fan of email newsletters as a money-making strategy. In fact, we're doing a case study where we're showing step by step how we're building our own email newsletter and getting it up to profitability as fast as possible. But today, I want to tell you about another person who spent only 30 minutes a day, and they built a $4 million a year business strictly and only with email newsletters. So all they did is spend half an hour a day, and they were able to build a multi-million-dollar business doing $4 million a year in income. And that's pretty cool, right? So everyone wants that lifestyle business, the business where you can invest just a little bit of time, the thing grows and it makes you profit so that you have the time freedom and the financial freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it. That's ultimately, I think, what most people are looking for. And this business model does the job. So in today's training, I'm going to be showing you how this person created a $4 million a year business, 30 minutes a day, and how you can do it too. So how'd you like to have a newsletter business doing $4 million a year with over 1 million raving subscribers, and it only cost you 30 minutes a day to do it? Sounds like a dream come true, right? Well, for Dan Nee, it's a reality. I'm going to show you how he did it. So let's pop over to a case study I want to share with you here. We'll pop that on here. And so his email newsletter is called TLDR. Okay? And here's a breakdown of it. And Dan Nee is the founder behind TLDR, which, by the way, if you don't know what TLDR means, that's too long, didn't read. That's what that stands for. That is the name of the newsletter. And he's exploded in growth over the past 2 years. So the one thing that I saw is that he consistently spends time, even though it's not a lot of time. 30 minutes a day is not a lot, but he does it consistently. And I think that that is the key, one of the keys to his success. And you might think that coming up with a newsletter every single day would be incredibly hard because he has to mail out every single day to keep his newsletter readers engaged. And then he said multiple times in different interviews about how it only takes him 30 minutes a day to put together a single issue. So we're going to talk today about how is he doing it? How is he making content so fast at only 30 minutes a day? But let's walk through this for a minute and take a look. So Dan Nee is the name of the guy. And he built this email newsletter called Too Long Didn't Read, TLDR. And let's look at how he makes money. Sponsorships is a big one. Okay. At this point, his newsletter has grown to the point where he can charge $15,000 to have a sponsor in a single issue for one single placement. And there are 3 placements. So you can see here, there's a $5,000, a $10,000, and a $15,000 placement. So that's $30,000 per email that he sends out if he's got a full sponsorship. Here's his rate cards. You can see these are the rates he's charging. So he built this over a couple of years, again, spending a small amount of time, 30 minutes a day. So if you start to do the math, right, that's $150,000 a week, $600,000 a month, or $7.8 million a year just off sponsorships. That's assuming, of course, that it's full. And I think he doesn't, I'm sure there are issues that are not full with all 3 sponsors. But let's say that he only sells just his main slot, just the $15,000 slot. That's still $3.9 million a year, even if he only fills one of those slots in each episode. That's crazy. Okay. So you'd think it'd take a lot of time. And this, again, you can see here that he's done this in about 30 minutes a day. And here's an example of his growth. So one of the things I want you to see here, and this is, I think, where most people really miss the boat when it comes to entrepreneurship. So he has consistency. He didn't just start doing this, spend 30 minutes a day, and assume that he's going to be an overnight success. He was in for the long haul. And I know there's the idea of hustle culture or the grind, right? Where you're grinding away at building your business and pouring tons of time and hours and all of that. And that's great and all. But I think the more important thing here and the lesson to take away from this is that he spent a consistent amount of time, and he did it over the course of years. Some people don't have the patience, or they get concerned that they're not on the right track, or there's a million reasons why people quit. But he didn't. He spent 30 minutes a day, and he did it every day, and he did it for years. And you can see in the track record on this graph how that paid off. And I've seen this time and time again from successful entrepreneurs where they had to work at a business, and maybe they didn't have a lot of time and a lot of money to devote to it, but they kept doing it. And because he stayed at this for years, and he hit, so you can see right here, he hit that point where exponential growth began. And part of it you can see is that the biggest rise, he learned how to run ads to create his newsletter, which we'll be talking about more in a moment. So you saw consistent growth. He started to speed up. He started to get traction. And then he figured out how to get paid ads to drive it up through the roof. So how he did the rapid growth was through paid advertising, which we're going to talk about in a moment, by experimenting and testing. And I think this is a big, big deal. I think this is also something that people don't do enough of. I think what often happens is, let's say you want to start an email newsletter. So you create your email newsletter, you know, maybe you get a few subscribers, and it doesn't go as fast or as well as you'd like in the first couple of weeks. And you're like, this doesn't work. Next, you move on to the next, you know, the next strategy or the next thing you want to try. But instead, what Dan did is that he instead focused on testing, tweaking, improving, adjusting, and kept at it. And that is where his success truly came from. So let's keep looking at this case study. So one of the things that he really did here is he got in front of other people's audiences. So he found other newsletters and he did cross promotions with them. And this is a common strategy in email marketing where people will do cross promos. So whether you're paying someone as a sponsor to get them to promote your newsletter, or you're doing what's called a cross promo, where they'll promote you and you promote them, and you sort of like trade some subscribers. So these are both incredibly powerful strategies to grow a newsletter audience. All right. Now, how do you do content? And that's really what makes a difference on what he did. And so rather than having to reinvent the wheel each time he needed to do a daily issue, he merely curated. And if you think of the word curation, like a museum curator collects kind of interesting objects that people might find fascinating or exciting, or maybe they're incredibly valuable, and they bring them all together and put them in a collection and put them on display. That's what curation is all about. So how do you use curation in a newsletter? Well, you find out for your audience the most interesting, up-to-date, informative, entertaining content that's on the web, and then you point it out and serve it up to them in your daily email newsletters. It doesn't even have to be your content, but you're providing value by keeping the information in front of them, right? Now, we could look back several years and look at the Oprah Winfrey model, right? So Oprah was not an expert. She merely had access to bringing expert after expert onto her show, and she built a $1 billion empire off of just interviewing other people and putting experts in front of her audience. So you're doing the same thing here. Think of yourself sort of like Oprah, right? You're introducing other news, other content, other experts to your audience, and you're giving them content every day. So this is his strategy, and this is why it was incredibly valuable. And I want to show you, you can use AI to do this as well. So if maybe you're a little intimidated by the idea of writing an email newsletter or curating content. And so I'll show you a quick little step-by-step in just a moment on screen, and I'll show you how you can do this in your niche market. It's really quite simple. Now, unlike content creation, where you have to generate the idea, you got to generate all the content, curation instead, you're just handpicking the best content from various sources and sharing it strategically with your email newsletter subscribers. And you'll literally just follow the step-by-step thing I'm going to show you, paste it into your software and hit a button, and it sends it out as an email newsletter. And by curating content instead of creating it, you can attract a large number of dedicated readers. You'd be shocked at the rabid, like the, I don't want to say rabid, that's the wrong word. So note for editor, we're going to edit this little piece out. And you'd be surprised how this kind of curated content can create a really dedicated following who just is on waiting for every issue that you send to them because they know you're going to send them good information and you don't have to create it. Okay. A lot of readers are going to find that the curated content you send them valuable because it actually takes a lot of effort to go out and collect that most valuable content in that space. Okay. People are busy and not everybody has the time to go out and research 10 different stories in their field every day to try to find the most cutting edge, newest, latest information in what they're interested in. And so when you do that for them, they'll come back to you every single time. So what Dan is doing in his strategy is that he's sharing. Think about it that way. Just sharing knowledge, sharing resources, sharing links to things that are interesting that people in his newsletter might like. And so we can take a look. I'll pull up some issues. Let's take a look and see how he does it. And we'll start from there. So I'll pull it up on screen now. And it's right there. Okay. So here's an example of one of the newsletters that he has created. And you'll see here, it's just, each of these is a link. So you'll see here, this is a link to an article somewhere else, right? This is not his site. This is another article, another news site somewhere else. And let's go back. And then he has, you know, a little commentary about it. And then he has another link. And then he has some more commentary about it. And then another link and more commentary. So this is his newsletter. It's just a bunch of links. That's it. Pretty crazy. So he's making $4 million a year sharing links with people by email. So I kind of do this every day. My wife and I, we have we like trade links that we find throughout the day with each other. We send them through text messages or through email and that kind of stuff. And that's essentially what he is doing. He's just sharing links with his audience that they might find interesting or valuable. And he's making $4 million a year. And so if you're a little intimidated by that concept, let me show you real quick how you can do this using AI. So let's, we'll go back to the screen here in just a moment. Let me just get thing here and let's go back here. So let's say that you're in, let's say you're in the market for alternative health. Okay. So let's say we're going to do a quick search for Google. We're going to say alternative health pain relief. Okay. Just to come up with an idea. And we're going to hit search. Okay. So again, this is assuming you have a newsletter on alternative health topics. And, that's something that a lot of people are interested in. And so here's the Google search results. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to click tools over here at the top. And we're going to change anytime to, we could change anything we want. We could say the past hour, if you want to be really up to date. So these are links that have literally been posted within the last hour. So some of this might be good. Some of this might be bad. But we can also change it here. So instead of the past hour, we can say the past week. Okay. So there's a roundup post of 11 best pain relief creams. Here's something here from the Natural Center for Complementary and Integrative Health. Pain relief. Here's one about CBD. Okay. Here's one here. Let's go here. So here's a very interesting article. about alternative therapies for fibromyalgia. Okay, people suffering from chronic pain and other issues related to that. This might be a topic you might want to cover. And so all you got to do is come here, copy the link, and then we're going to head over to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is just a AI chatbot. So we're going to come here and we're going to tell it, please act as a marketing expert and help me write an email newsletter story about alternative pain relief. Please make a summary and a link to the source article. The source article I want you to use is, and then we're going to paste the link right there, and we're going to submit it. So now what ChatGPT is going to do is it's going to go crawl the web. And sometimes it has trouble crawling the web, so you might have to be patient and retry it. But it looks like it worked fine this time. And now it's writing our story. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to pop it into our email software, whatever we're using to send our email. And there we go. So we literally can just copy all of this and paste it into your email newsletter software. And you have a segment for your email newsletter. And what did that take me? Like while teaching you this, it took me just a couple of minutes. That's it. So you can do the same exact thing in your own email newsletter. Now, one of the things that you will need is email marketing software. And I recommend, if you want to do the email newsletter business like Danny does, I recommend the same software I use. And that's called Beehive, is what the name of the email marketing software is. And so I have an affiliate link. You can get a 14-day free trial to Beehive. I recommend you use the highest level that you can sign up for, because it's free for the first 14 days. And there's a feature in there called boosts that we'll talk about in just a moment that you need to be able to make the most profit. But you can see there, if you go to pushbutton.ai/B14, B is in like the bug, the number 14. So pushbutton.ai/B14, and we've popped that into the chat or down below. So I recommend that you sign up for that service. It's the one I'm using. We're currently using Beehive for our newsletter experiment where we're building our own email newsletter. It's the one that several multi-million-dollar email brands that I know about are building on this platform. And you'll really want the feature called boosts. And I'll explain why in a minute. But boosts are an essential part of making money and growing your email newsletter list. And again, you'll see why in a minute. So I recommend when you take your trial, go for the biggest version. I think there are 3 versions that you can get. I think one is, I think it's about $97 a month, I think is the highest version. And that's the one you want. I mean, you can try it for 14 days without having to pay for it and then downgrade if you need to adjust for your budget. But if you go at that higher level, it will give you access to boosts, which again, you need in order to do what I'm going to show you in a moment. But there you go. So I recommend you check that out. And again, you can go to pushbutton.ai/B14. That's BEE, like the bug, number 14. And again, we'll pop that link out there for you so you can see it. And let's keep on rolling here. So we'll get this going. Okay, so that is how the TLDR and Danny did his email newsletter and grew it to $4 million a year, which is 30 minutes a day making those episodes. You can see how that's real, right? In like 3 minutes, I had some content for my email newsletter. Probably I would spend another 15 minutes doing that, and I'd be ready to format and send my email newsletter through to Beehive, right? So you would sign up to Beehive, copy and paste that stuff in there and hit send. Okay. So now how did Danny grow his list to get it to be such a huge list that makes so much money? Well, he did 2 things. So growth tactic number one, he was very aggressive in paid ads. And if you remember in the case study, remember you saw the graph of it growing and then it took off, right? The point it like went straight up and took off is when he got aggressive doing paid advertising. And I've taught on this channel many different ways of doing paid ads. Some of my favorites are some of the new strategies of using Facebook group ads can be something that you can utilize here. Twitter ads is another place. I've been having a lot of luck with that. Traditional Facebook advertising. There's just a ton of ways to be able to spend money to drive subscribers. The trick is how do you make sure that when you spend the money to drive the subscriber that you can get that money back quickly, right? That's what I'm doing is I'm working out how do I get subscribers to sign up to my newsletter and make sure that quickly I get money back in my pocket so that I can afford to buy more ads, right? I just get the money back, put it back into ads, and it's a cycle. I just keep reinvesting the money over and over again to grow that subscriber list. And it's really, really effective. And that's why when you join Beehive, you're going to want the higher package. And so you can use boosts as part of how we do that. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to show you some examples of some of his ads. Would you like to see the ads that actually grew his email newsletter? Well, let me dig them up here and I will show you. And we'll do that. Okay, here you go. Here is so literally ads that we pulled from the Facebook ad library about how he grew his newsletter, right? So there we go. This AI newsletter doesn't suck. That's his ad. So by the way, this image was created with AI, and you can follow on our channel. There's training in the channel where you can learn how to make ads like this with AI. We've taught how to do it in video training on our channel. And so here's another one. Again, AI created image. Pretty simple ads, right? Here's a Twitter ad. And there's Facebook. So got a couple of Facebook. Oh, here's some more. Oh, I skipped a bunch of them. Also, he did Reddit ads. So here's one on Reddit. Pretty simple, right? Not overly complicated. So his ad copy is TLDR is a daily curated newsletter containing links of the most interesting stories in tech. That's the ad. Facebook. Love hacker news but don't have time to read it every day? Try the free daily newsletter. It's a very simple ad copy. Same ad copy there. It says here, no politics, no sports, and nothing about the weather. Just the most captivating headlines in tech that we can all geek out on, right? Simple copy. Just conveying the benefit of being a reader of the newsletter. Here's another Facebook one. He's targeting business founders. Here's one who's saying an AI, this is targeting people interested in AI, getting daily news about AI. So there we go. And then again, there's the Twitter one. The Twitter ad, again, incredibly simple. You notice the ad copy is very similar too. So those are the ads that he used. And so he would pay the money to drive the traffic. Someone becomes a subscriber and then he monetizes them immediately. Again, like that. He wants to get money in the door to help fund buying more ads to keep growing the newsletter. Okay. And you'll notice too, again, a lot of the images that I showed you are made with AI. So refer to the training on the channel about how to use AI to create both video and image ads. Okay. And so the second growth tactic I want to go over is that he ran cross promotions. Okay. So he would buy sponsorship in other newsletters or do a trade where they would cross promote one another. And he grew his newsletter that way. And this allowed Dan to acquire new subscribers from readers of other similar newsletters. Okay. So you can do this. So there's a way to use Beehive's boost feature in a way to both get subscribers and make money. So I'm going to cover this in just a minute. But it's by using strategies like this is how he was able to grow TLDR into a $4 million a year business with just 30 minutes of work spent on writing his newsletter. So let's talk a little bit about boosts. So within Beehive boosts, and let's see if I have a link up here for that. I do not, but here, note for editor, we'll edit this little moment out. Let me just actually see if I can get Beehive up for everybody right now. Okay, so, okay, here we go. So inside Beehive, you can see here's one of the newsletters that we just started growing. And what ends up happening is you can turn on boosts and get paid when you get subscribers. Okay. And you can see here, we've got, it looks like about $1,300 in revenue from about 1,428 subscribers that we got paid on. So almost $1 a subscriber. That's pretty cool. So by turning on this feature, again, it's under monetization here in Beehive, and it's called boosts. So when you join Beehive, make sure you sign up for the level where you can get boosts, and try your 14-day trial out to get started. Again, you can downgrade afterwards if you need to, but that's what you need to monetize. But that's not it. Also, we can use it over here under grow. There's also boosts where we can grow our newsletter. It's sort of two sides of the same coin. So you can either have Beehive promote ads to your new subscribers, or you can pay Beehive to promote you to get new subscribers. Does this make sense? And so you have two sides of this that you can use to grow your newsletter. So you can either pay Beehive to advertise your newsletter to grow it for you, or you can let Beehive pay you to run ads. It's kind of that two sides of that. Okay. So with Beehive, when you run ads, you can get a lot of subscribers really, really quickly. In fact, let me pull it up here. So we just turned on this feature in our account, and you can see here on the graphs how quickly it ramped up. But, so you can see here 682 subscribers that we've generated by Beehive sending us traffic through boosts. Okay. So we're using it in our newsletter on both sides. We're both getting paid and we're paying Beehive on both sides to help drive up our newsletter and get advertising dollars. So this might be a little confusing, but think of it this way, right? If you turn on Beehive for monetization, for making money, and let's say you spend $1 to run an ad from Twitter, where they'll click an ad on Twitter, they'll come to your opt-in page and subscribe, and you just spend $1. Well, with Beehive Boosts, if you can monetize it and make $1 back, you just got a free subscriber. Crazy, right? So let's say you can spend $100 today. Well, you can get 100 subscribers, make $100 on Beehive, and then in about a week or two, you can get the money out of Beehive and reinvest it back into more ads. And you just keep recycling that budget over and over and over again. And as long as you're breaking even on the new subscribers coming in, it's like free growth. It is getting free subscribers essentially to your newsletter. And that's where he focused. And that's where he sent the newsletter into that straight up and vertical growth, was by doing this exact strategy. So there you have it. The key takeaways here are he was consistent. He spends 30 minutes a day, but he did it for years, and he experimented and tweaked and tried different things and stuck with it. He didn't quit because he didn't get the immediate overnight success. Sometimes that happens. I've seen plenty of people start a business and it takes off like a rocket ship, but that's not normal. Normally, it's the long haul, and he stayed in it for the long haul. He kept tweaking, experimenting, learning, and then boom, he had that big success, and he now makes $4 million a year with 30 minutes a day. And then the other lesson to learn here is that don't be afraid to invest in advertising, as long as you can work out how to turn that dollars into dollars back. Dollars in gets dollars out, right? So you have that process. And to do that, you're going to need Beehive Boosts. And again, I'll tell you, you can use our affiliate link. We will get paid a small commission, but you can sign up to Beehive, and our link will get you a 14-day free trial. And to get it, go to pushbutton.ai/B14. That's BEE, the number 14. And that's an affiliate link, but you can sign up to Beehive, and it's an essential part of making this work. Hope you liked the training today. And by the way, if you got value out of this, give us a little gentle like, just a little tickle that like button, just enough to like the video. And again, subscribe to the channel if you would like more content like this type of a video, you can subscribe, and we do content every single week, and we have a live show every Wednesday. So subscribe and be part of the community. And I think that's it for this segment. So what we'll do now is we will go to the audience for on-topic questions. And the show's running long today. So I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to call it with 2 segments. So Nick, producer Nick, what do you think about that? We'll do on-topic questions. We'll do open Q&A where we can do Ask Me Anything. And then I think we'll wrap it up for today. We're sitting, where are we at? We're at 90 minutes. So I think that's, we missed the mark. Well, I don't think we're going to get to do all 3 segments, but we got a full show for next week planned.
Okay.
Yeah. So producer Nick will do the spying training next week, and we can do the Facebook getting started training and maybe the groups one. So that could give us 3 for next week's. So note that down so you make sure that we have a plan for next week's segments.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Well, then let's do on-topic questions. I haven't been able to see the chat as we've been going, but you guys have any questions about this newsletter business model, let me know. Let me know in the chat. We'll do a quick round of on-topic questions, and then we'll do Ask Me Anything to wrap up the show today. But producer Nick, what do we got for on-topic questions?
Yeah, someone, John, just asked. He said, "What's the recommended budget?" When he's talking about paid ads, that was for context. That was at a time in the segment when we were talking about the paid ads that TLDR was running, and he wants to know what a good budget is.
Okay, well, it depends. This is a question of it's like the classic consultant's question. And I'll give you a classic consultant's answer: is that it depends. So, budget is really more about you than it is about the platform. Okay, so. Each platform has minimums. I think depending on where you are in the world, on Facebook, you can run ads for as little as $5 a day. I don't remember Twitter's minimum, but each platform would have a minimum that you can run per day. But it's more about your strategy and what your what your budget is personally. Okay, so you need to figure out that at the beginning, you're going to be putting money into ads while you tweak and adjust and work out this whole monetization thing, right? So you get Beehive boosts turned on. You'll experiment on what's working well with that. You'll find what ads are working well. You'll optimize your costs down. And at the beginning, you're probably going to be putting money in and not getting it all back. Maybe you will. Sometimes people get success right out of the gate, but it's probably going to be a process of tweaking and adjusting and adapting. So you need to create a budget that you're willing to invest into growing your business that you might not get back right away. And so that's a decision that you have to make for your own personal, situation and your own personal budget. I've seen people that they'll use credit cards, getting points for ads that they're running, and then they don't have to pay for the ads. It buys them 30 days to pay for the ads. I've seen people do things like that quite successfully, but again, you need to be willing that you might lose some of the initial advertising. And then once you get it figured out, you'll find the right combination of like, oh, look, this ad text combined with the boost that I've now got set up, we're breaking even. And then boom, you can scale up and start spending more and more. But at the beginning, just be willing that it might be a loss to get started. So, you have to decide what your budget is according to that. Yeah.
Awesome answer.
Yeah. Well, another thing too is, look, I realize that there are a lot of people out there that will do training and they'll tell you what you want to hear. And they'll say, oh, put in $1,000 a day because you can get it back, and I'm not going to mislead people into thinking into losing money. Right. So I'm going to tell you like it is. And that is the truth, is that when you first get started with advertising, you're going to have to figure it out. And it does take a little bit of trial and error and a little experimenting. And so if you know that going in, you're not going to be surprised and then shut off all your ads and then quit, right? That's, I think, what happens a lot of times, that people get false expectations that they're going to turn on an ad and then boom, money's going to come raining from the ceiling. And then when it doesn't, they get discouraged and disappointed, and they might think maybe something's wrong with me, and then they quit. And instead, I want you to be prepared for the truth so that you can be in it for the long haul and have true success. So there you go. Next question.
All right. Well, I think there are a few more, but I feel like, since we're talking about newsletters and talking about our newsletter in particular, I want to drop a link in for the newsletter right now. So if you're not subscribed yet.
So for those who wonder what we're talking about, we have a newsletter experiment. I showed you some screenshots. I showed you the account just a minute ago. We're literally building our own newsletter as an experiment that we're doing a case study for you. Like, we're going step by step, documenting the journey, documenting what's working, what's not working, and we're sharing it transparently with the channel. So if you'd like to be part of that experiment, you can join by going to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. That's pushbutton.ai/subscribe. And when you go there, you'll sign up. You'll get some free stuff. We've got some free stuff for joining the newsletter. A lot of great content that you'll get there. And you can join by going to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. And for being part of the newsletter experiment, we're going to be sharing transparently with you the results. So we'll be talking about how many subscribers we got, how much money we're making, how much money we invested in ads, all that stuff. We're going to be share it all with you when you join the newsletter and be part of the experiment. So there you go. Okay. Any other on-topic questions before we open it up?
Yes. So it's kind of a technical question from Adam. And he says, can you build in a rotating ad placement in the email newsletter using an HTML template and JavaScript?
You can't use JavaScript in email. So for those of you out here wondering what the heck, what language he's speaking. So JavaScript is a language that is used it's often, not only used, but often used for displaying things in a browser, right? You can use JavaScript to like rotate ads, or you can use JavaScript to animate things on the screen. There's a lot you can do with it, but it's what it's often used for. And so JavaScript as a language doesn't usually work in email. Okay. So when you try to like paste the script into the email tools, it will not work. Okay. But many of the email tools like Beehive have built-in functions to help you place ads in your newsletters. Now, they don't rotate them, right? That's one of the things that they don't do. But you can have sponsors, and Beehive has tools to help you run sponsor ads in your own newsletter. Okay, next up.
Okay.
Well, while you look at that, I want to do a quick survey, just as an informal chat survey for everybody here in the audience. And please answer it either way. And the answer would either be yes or no. So I want either a yes or a no answer for everyone who's currently paying attention and watching right now. And here's the question. Are you interested in this newsletter business model? Because I've got a lot of training planned on it, but I want to make sure it's something that you're actually interested in. If you're not interested in the email newsletter model, it helps me adjust and adapt the content that we're doing for everybody here on the channel. So a yes or a no. No is okay. I'm not going to be offended if you say no. It helps me if I know the answer is no. Then I know I can do more different kinds of training for all of you that have a no answer. I am seeing a lot of yeses, so that's good. But yeah, don't be shy. I'm not going to be offended. No one will be throwing rocks at you for saying no, so don't worry. Okay, well, it's almost universally. Was there any no's yet? I don't think so.
One.
Okay. Oh, there's another one. Okay, good. Okay, couple. All right. It does help. Like I try to base my content off of what the audience and what our community needs and wants, right? So if you need and want other kinds of training, we love feedback. So I know producer Nick is always looking for feedback from you to know what topics we should be covering, what training we can be giving you, what problem solving and what help we can provide. All of those things we're very, very interested in. So you can always let us know of topics and things that you need help with or that you are inspired to learn about. We want to be able to help you with all those things. So, okay, cool. Were there any other on-topic questions?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Kevin wants to know, how frequently is Bill publishing his newsletter?
So we publish a newsletter. We have a newsletter episode or issue every Friday. So once a week, we do a newsletter issue, and then we mail the list a couple of times a week in addition to that. So typically, what would you think, like 2 to 3 times a week, approximately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then one of them is the newsletter itself on Friday.
Another question is, how much is Bill charging for the newsletter?
Oh, the newsletter's free. So you can join the newsletter for free. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're putting in thousands of dollars of value, but it's actually free.
And then Sharp, there's a question, but we're up to date with the newsletter questions, but now
okay,
it's
cool.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Well, then this is a good place. What I'm going to do. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
The next question is like a general question, but it's not a newsletter one.
Okay, cool. Hang on to that question, and we're going to go to Ask Me Anything in just a moment, where I'll pull up, if you want, I'll pull up your website, show it on screen, and I can give you critiques. If you want help with persuasion strategies or copy or advertising strategies, you've got questions about how to run your Twitter ads, whatever it might be, you can ask me my favorite color if you want. Whatever question you might have, it's Ask Me Anything. We're going to do a quick commercial break. We're going to come back and go for Ask Me Anything, and we'll be right back.
You can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse. Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business, or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called Push Button AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. Push Button AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with Push Button AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
All right, and YouTube is doing its ad break right now as well. So we'll give everybody a moment to come back from the YouTube ads. So of course, if you're a YouTube Premium subscriber, you won't see ads. And then sometimes it doesn't show ads to everyone. So some of you see me now, some of you don't. So we're going to give a moment so we know the whole audience is back, and then we're going to start our Ask Me Anything. I saw a question from Joan about how to join our newsletter. So it's a free newsletter. And when you join it, you get to be part of this live experiment / case study. And you can join that newsletter at pushbutton.ai/subscribe. Okay, that's where you get that. Cool. So then I think probably everybody's back, hopefully, from the ad break. And we never know how long YouTube takes to show everyone ads, but hopefully you're back. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we did a Push Button AI ad, and then YouTube threw probably 1 or 2 more on top of it as well. So awesome. All right. So again, it is now Ask Me Anything. So you can pop your questions in. Anything about business building. You know, I have built many businesses over the year, both offline and on, from anything from importing tropical fish and pets to construction. Believe it or not, I used to be I had a construction company, a family business. But anyway, anything. So I have a lot of background in growing and building successful businesses, and over the last 20 years, I have been building digital businesses online, not in the offline world, but here online. And so I have a wealth of knowledge in generating over $100 million of revenue myself online with all these various businesses. And I would like to take that hard-won knowledge and experience and use it to help you. It is my mission in life to help entrepreneurs. So it's interesting. I feel like the entrepreneurial community, it's like my brothers and sisters out there. I really do feel this way. And so I want to reach out and extend a helping hand in any way I can with advice and tips and strategy and problem solving and whatever else I might be able to be of use. So that's what this segment is all about. And let's go to open questions. Producer Nick, what do we got?
Yeah, this came earlier. It just wasn't topical, so I wanted to wait until we were at the AMA to touch on this. And it's from N19, and he wanted to know, how can we get the most out of the newsletter GPT that we built? He says, Nicholas, I just had a look on the newsletter GPT. It seems so useful. Could you please advise some instructions?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I saw N19. He was here right at the beginning of the show. I wonder, are you still here? I wish I knew what their real name was, but N19, are you still here in the audience? If you are, we'll just see if you've been here as a trooper through the whole thing. We've been here a while, but a good chunk of the audience is still here, going on 2 hours. So that's pretty awesome. So N19, hopefully you're here. But that tool was built by Nick and is pretty awesome for making newsletter content. But not just that. Nick, I mean, do you want to tell them some of the other things it can do, like even researching and other stuff? Why don't you tell them what it can help you with?
Yeah, so the way I set it up is it starts off with, it's kind of detailed and it kind of asks you a big barrage of questions, but it engages in a very specific Q&A with you to understand your newsletter to the fullest extent. And the first step I would say is to do it all in one thread and to start that thread off with this Q&A, because it's not going to work as well as it should if you don't engage in this Q&A with it. So the first thing I would do is to answer to the best of your ability this Q&A with the newsletter GPT.
It's kind of like a consultant, right? So it's going to ask if they need help picking a niche and what their niche is and who their audience is, and it'll help you refine that down.
And prior to the GPTs, if you usually, for best prompt engineering practices, when you're engaging with like a chat GPT thread, you would either use custom instructions or you would tell it to assume a certain role prior to asking it to do what you want it to do. Mm-hmm. And when you do the Q&A with the newsletter, it's like that, but 10x. And
a lot of people probably are not following along with the idea of custom instructions and all this other. So he's talking about some advanced strategies to use with ChatGPT. So basically, it's doing some highly technical and advanced strategies using AI to answer these questions, and so you don't have to do it, basically.
Yeah, but if I had to boil it down to like one actionable piece of advice, don't skip the Q&A. Do answer every question it asks, and it will be really helpful if you do that.
Cool. And many of you may not know, we actually created, producer Nick did most of the hard work, it's called a custom GPT. So you can go to ChatGPT, and we built a specific bot, a specific AI that is trained to help you start and create a newsletter. And so it's all for all subscribers. So if you're a subscriber to our newsletter, again, if you go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe and join it, but it's for all subscribers of the newsletter. And it will help you build your newsletter. It'll help you and consult you and take you through the process of even creating content for your newsletter. So looks like okay. So producer Nick just shared that into the chat. So You can grab that. It's built right into ChatGPT. You just go to that link. It is for subscribers, so make sure you subscribe to our free email newsletter. So it doesn't cost anything to use that tool. It's totally free. Just be a subscriber, which is free, and yeah, it'll help you out. And so N19 is Nushin. So glad you're here, Nushin. And what else we got?
This is from Sharp, and he says, will you demonstrate how to advertise on Facebook successfully?
I can, yeah. So we'll do, we're going to do a getting started with Facebook ads training next week.
Awesome.
Cool.
And
what's next?
This is from, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name, but this is from Christiane or Christian, and she says, I have content with little investment funds. I'm afraid to lose what I have. How can I get a partner or someone to assist me with marketing?
So I think like what you just did is an example of a great start with that. So if you've got great content, maybe you're a source as an expert, perhaps. What I would recommend is hanging out in forums, in groups. So like we talked about Facebook groups today, but I would go find groups of other marketers, other entrepreneurs. I would find forums, like Warrior Forum used to be a great place to go. I haven't been in there in quite a while. You've got Reddit subreddits. Like if you go to Reddit and they have all these little sub communities called subreddits. I would go join as many of those as you can and hang out and then ask those questions in there. And you might find a business partner who steps up. You know, if you can say, hey, here's the value that I bring. I'm looking for a partner. That's what I would do if I were in your shoes, is I would go do that, join a bunch of those entrepreneurial communities, engage with them. And once I wouldn't join and then immediately post that, right? I would join the community. I would engage with it first. So you don't just jump in and be like all about what you need. And then post something like that saying, hey, here's my situation. You know, here's the value that I bring. I've been looking for a partner. You know, anybody have any suggestions? And then you're going to probably get a bunch of direct messages, a bunch of private messages of potential partners. And so that's one way. The other way is probably a little more expensive, and that is going to seminars. I've seen big businesses start from just 2 or 3 people getting together at a seminar with an idea, and then they go build a business. So that's another, but that, you know, that requires going to an actual, you know, marketing seminar. Like I was just at a seminar called Webinar Con, and I've got 2 really big partnership deals that came from that. Yeah. Okay, next.
Yeah, I had a little add-on. I think you could also use LinkedIn InMail or LinkedIn cold connecting with people to find people who might be a potential match for a partnership, and finding people that way. I've seen people have a lot of success doing that.
Cool. Good suggestion.
Yeah. Okay, next question. So this person says, I have a product I'm selling on Amazon, but I don't know what the ad looks like and it's not selling well. How can I fix it?
All right. So you're advertising through Amazon pay-per-click to your product on Amazon, right? Am I understanding that right, Nick?
I think that's what this person is talking about.
Yeah, I think there's a few things that you can do. I would say, the biggest thing you have to adjust is targeting. And there's a variety of ways of doing targeting in Amazon ads, whether you're targeting other products, also called ASINs. I don't even know what ASIN stands for. Do you? First letter is
Amazon. Yeah. Amazon seller identification number.
Hey, there you go. So, you can actually run ads to people who are viewing other products that are similar to yours. Those are the ASINs that you can run ads to them. You can also run ads to keywords based on Amazon search. And I think probably the most common issue that new Amazon advertisers run into is just wrong targeting. You're probably targeting too broad, right? What I find for if you have you're getting started is you want to target very specifically, and don't target too broad. Like as an example, producer Nick runs a shop and he advertises for people that want jewelry. Okay. And he may have a necklace, and maybe it's like a moonstone is the stone in the necklace. Okay. And if he ran an ad for just necklace, he'd spend a whole lot of money and not get any sales. But if he ran an ad specifically for someone who's looking for a sterling silver moonstone necklace, kind of a long keyword, right? But he would only be getting clicks from people who are going to want to buy a sterling silver moonstone necklace. And that's really important, I believe, early on when you're beginning to advertise, is that I would start specific. And you may find, just like any kind of advertising, it may take a lot of trial and error and testing and tweaking before you get a profitable ad. Producer Nick, you can talk about that. Like, how many times have you had to fiddle with an ad to get the targeting just right so that it actually becomes profitable? Like, it can take a while, right?
Yeah, I think what you'll find is, you test 100 keywords, 90 of them will just straight up be, burning cash. You've looked at my ads manager with me, and I think you've seen that. Yeah. It's about finding, and then 7 or 8 will be break even. Then you'll have 2 or 3 that'll be really profitable keywords. So it's about finding that needle in a haystack. And if I had very specific advice to this user and anyone else selling on Amazon, and we're not affiliates, and you're familiar with the product as well. It's the tool Helium 10. I'm a big fan of their tool, and it's a tool that helps you find keywords to target if you're an e-commerce seller. They started off as an Amazon exclusive tool, but I think they work for basically every marketplace out there, Walmart, eBay. And I can't recommend them enough. They're great.
Cool. There you go. So
yeah.
use Helium 10
I'll link them.
And really work on your targeting. Next question.
Right. So Kevin, I'm assuming Kevin went to go subscribe, and he's seeing the boosts, and he says, are those additional subscription choices at opt-in from Sparkloop? And I think he's seeing the boost. I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. So if you went and subscribed to the newsletter, anyone who did that, you probably were presented with a little ad that said, hey, you might also like these other newsletters, and it gave you usually gives 3 that you can also subscribe to. So we got paid for that. So that's, that's one of the money-making strategies I talked about with boosts, right? So if you subscribe to the newsletter and you selected one of those other newsletters to subscribe to, we got paid for that. And currently we're using boosts. Another tool which I've talked about on the channel is called Sparkloop. In fact, I think we did an episode on Sparkloop, but we're going to be talking about it a lot more. It's something we're testing right now. So in our case study, our live experiment, we'll be talking about Sparkloop as another money-making strategy for newsletters. So, which is, for those wondering what Sparkloop is, it's just a way to get paid for your newsletter subscribers. Yeah. And I think do we have an affiliate link for Sparkloop? I think we do.
Yeah, let me pop that in.
Okay, so we'll pop our affiliate link for those interested, but it's an additional way to make money off of your newsletter subscribers. It's called Sparkloop, and it's pushbutton.ai/Sparkloop is our affiliate link. So we'll get a itty bitty commission if you do go sign up over there. And it actually doesn't cost anything. So, all right. What else we got?
We're actually caught up, and that person's question about Amazon got me thinking a little bit more about e-commerce. And I had something else to add on that Helium 10 tangent. So within Helium 10, it's basically it's a suite of tools, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a specific tool they call Cerebro. And if you don't use any tool instead of Helium 10 and you're only using Cerebro, it's worth it. And what Cerebro does is you put in.
Is that an X-Men reference? I would imagine.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, but with Cerebro, you pop in your competitors' products, and it gives you all of the keywords those products are ranking for. So if you're trying to improve your ad and you're trying to find those right keywords, you could basically steal your competitors' keywords ethically. And I'm sorry, I couldn't go without mentioning that, because it's if you're in e-commerce, that's such a helpful tool.
Well, I have a question for the audience. So this is another important survey question. So please answer this, and none of us will be offended by your answer, right? But please, in the chat, let me know, are you interested in e-commerce, like selling physical products, whether that's on Amazon, on your own website, eBay, even Walmart? And there's so many places you could sell. Etsy is another one. And give me a yes or a no. Like if the answer is no, that helps me. So it is something we've had some experience with, and we can provide maybe some insight in that. We haven't talked about it at all in the channel. Have we ever done e-commerce content? I don't think we have.
No, we haven't.
Right. So, okay, cool. Okay, we got one no vote. That's we got some yeses though. Okay, so if there's enough interest, okay, got another no. But that helps me, right? I can help to try to blend what kind of content that I should be bringing to you here on the channel. So, yeah, keep those votes coming. Yes or no, either one is a helpful vote. So, yeah. Cool. And it looks like JSH2U is actually doing both digital and e-commerce. So that's cool. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the issues with the whole realm of digital entrepreneurship. And you can probably relate to this, which is that and this is not like some sort of hyper exaggeration. There are too many opportunities. Okay? There is no lack of opportunities. And I often get a question of like, well, can you make money with e-commerce? And then another one is like, can you make money selling courses? Can you make money doing a newsletter? Yes, to all of those things. There isn't any one like magic bullet. Despite, I think everyone sort of has this funny human instinct where you just want that. What is that one answer? What's the one magic bullet that's going to make me a bunch of money? And the truth is that all of these things have tremendous potential to make profit. And the challenge is staying focused and picking the one that's right for you and just staying focused on it. Because there's so much opportunity. Like you've heard me talk about the shiny object syndrome, right? You find an opportunity, maybe you struggle with it a little bit, and you're at the point where you really, you need to start really buckling down and testing and tweaking and adjusting. And instead, there's like 87 other opportunities, and you get an email from a marketer like me who says, hey, you should be doing this, right? And then you stop doing that, and off you go on to another strategy, another path. When all of those strategies work, it's about finding the one that fits you best and then sticking with it. That is really, really the truth. And so as much as I love talking about AI, you can use AI to build about any kind of business. And I'm really pushing, using my push button AI platform and strategy. But truthfully, if e-commerce is the best fit for you, there's a lot of money to be made there. And it's okay. I mean, okay, maybe I won't be able to sell you push button AI, but I would still love to have you on the channel, and I would still love to help you be successful. But it's really, truly about finding that right strategy that's the best fit for you and then sticking with it. Like the case study we did today. You saw the guy stuck with it for years, a little bit of time, every single day for years. And then he had explosive growth and built a multi-million-dollar business. He could probably exit that business and sell it. And I would think, I mean, what do you think, Nick? 20 million probably or more?
Yeah, probably more. I think the margins, that case study we linked to, she estimated his profit margins are like north of 80%. Mm-hmm. I would think that would, given the profit margins, he's probably looking at least 5x on his profit. So,
okay. Yeah, so call it $20-30 million or more that he could cash out and sell that business for. And it was because he stuck with it over the long haul. I'm sure he wasn't making money like that at the beginning. I'll bet you the first year he made little, if any, money. I haven't, you read the case study much more in detail than I did, but I don't know if they talked about that.
Yeah, they did. They talked about that a little bit.
Okay. So the thing is, and that's the truth of the matter, as it makes it super easy for marketers out there to sell you stuff. If they go, ooh, new shiny, this is how you make all your money. And then it's like next week, this is how you make all your money. And it's easy to sell products like that. And the truth is they're being honest, because every one of the strategies they're putting in front of you work. Like, I have a bunch of friends that all have webinars and offers and products and softwares and all this stuff courses that they all sell. Out of probably, I probably know 300 of them, right? Just in between, casually or well, probably 300 in total. And out of all of them, I'll bet it's less than 5 actually are selling products that don't work, right? Just so you have some sort of a perspective from me behind the scenes with all these people. Out of hundreds of products, they all work. And that's not like I'm just to try to give you a transparent behind the scenes, honest look. They all work, but they require effort, and they require persistence, and they require you really being willing to build a business. And if you are, and you do that, some of you will have success. I like to do the snap like that. But many of you won't. Many of you, it will take more time, and it's going to depend. I know I've had students that jump in and they have overnight success, and then I have other students that jump in and it takes them a year. Takes what it takes for each individual person and how much time they've got and their knowledge, and even maybe a little bit of luck is thrown in. But the point is, consistency, not a new shiny opportunity, is what will bring you profit. So with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. So I'm going to do our final commercial break here, and then we're going to be wrapping up today's segment. But I want to let you know, I really appreciate you joining us today. And you guys are awesome. So I love our community that is developing. I love the channel members that are joining. And so don't forget, before we go, that you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, you'll see that link down there. And if you got value today, please tickle the like button, and I'll let YouTube know that this was a good video. And so they'll show the channel to more and more and more people. And on that note, I'm going to do our commercial break, and we will see you next time. Bye for now. A member of Push Button AI, then what are you doing? So I would like to invite you to a free masterclass. We're going to be covering in detail how to create an entire digital online course, an entire business, in fact, that can be set up 100% using AI. And if you'd like to attend that free masterclass, what you're going to want to do is head over right now to pushbutton.ai/free class. In that class, I'm going to show you how we can help 2 different kinds of people. Number one, if you've got a business and you want to add training, courses, or information to your existing business as a new profit center, or maybe a way to add value to your customers, then I'm going to show you how to do a detailed 10-module training course, including 50 to 60,000 words of content. Have it set up and built for you by AI. Also, if you're trying to start your first business online and you're looking for a great business model to make some money online, then Push Button AI is the right solution. And I'll show you how you can use this amazing tool to build an entire business like that. In a snap, Push Button AI will build an entire course for you, create video training, audio training, write your sales page for you, write 30 days of emails for you, create your logo, build your website, set up your shopping cart, set the entire thing up, create a members area so that people can pay you to get access to the course, and you get to charge money and keep all the profits. It's quite easy. You answer 2 questions and you hit a button, and it literally does everything for you. A logo, a 30-day email sequence, your sales pages for selling your product. It creates the entire training course that you can charge money for. It installs your website, sets up your hosting, launches your site. It even helps you pick the perfect domain name, all powered by AI. You just literally log in and start up your brand new business. So attend the free masterclass. I'll show you a live demo of how it works. I'll explain the entire business model so you can see exactly how does it work and how do you profit. That's pushbutton.ai/free class. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. You'll see it down below the video down there somewhere. Hit subscribe, hit the like button. It actually will make sure that you're notified next time that we go live. We release content all throughout the week, by the way. So we have videos on additional strategies and tactics we'll be dropping to you all week long. Check out all of our useful content. Head over to pushbutton.ai/free class if you're not yet a customer. Every paying customer, we're going to be taking today's training. We'll take all the prompts, all the resources, everything that you need to use it, and we're going to put it in your paid members area. So you'll see it in your AI profits course inside your members area. On that note, I'll see you there. Bye for now.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had push button AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using push button AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning. You wouldn't believe.
This push button AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this master class sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best master class ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
You can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse. Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called Push Button AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. Push Button AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with push-button AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
Bill McIntosh teaches AI non-stop. Success is his game, marketing's his fame. McIntosh, the marketing ace, follow his lead to the winning place. With AI become a spin, join him now, learn to win. Learn his way, don't delay. If you do, you'll make your fortune today.